to the regularly scheduled mayor and council meeting for Monday, August 25th, 2025. Please join us for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item on our agenda this evening is the approval of the regular session minutes for August 11th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
A motion by Councilmember Orris.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Green. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Let the record reflect that the regular session minutes of August 11th, 2025 passed unanimously with Councilmember Mirror and Councilmember Nichols both absent. All right, up next, agenda item 2, and that is motion 2020. Before each one of these are actions, there will be the opportunity for public comment. But agenda item 2A is motion 2025-49, the approval of special event application, which is the 3-on-3 basketball tournament for September 27th, 2025. And the Calvary Pentecostal Church is the organizer of the event. And we have Ms. Owens with us. Come forward if you don't mind. Just tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Okay, I also have with me our outreach president, Curtis Mercer. He can join as well.
Perfect. And who's your junior assistant?
Oh, so this is National Night Out star, Zyden Sharp, who spent time
Nice
with
to see
everyone.
you.
She's my assistant, as well as my granddaughter. She's going to sit quietly and probably wait a lot. Say hi, Zy. There you go. All right, so it is our intention, our church's intention, to have this as an outreach. We did the 3-on-3 basketball tournament to draw people to come. But then we're also going to be giving away food, barbecue chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs. We'd love it if the mayor stopped by and council.
Well, I think we might be able to get 3 of us together.
You think you can do all the time? So, and
Dean's going to
then,
be our lead.
well, then you can walk over.
Absolutely.
It's close enough. So then we intend to also give a spiritual, it's about letting the community know that we're here and we're here for them and to show them what our church offers. But we figured before we say it's just going to be church in the park, we would do the basketball tournament to draw them to come. And hopefully a lot of people from the apartments and the projects around there would be able to come and join us and hopefully start fellowshipping with us.
Very nice. Now, as far as food, I think it came up once before about grills and things of that nature. Did we reach a decision?
Well,
to come in or
the vehicles are not permitted in the park.
to drive into the park?
Correct. We don't have a firm, what's the word I'm looking for, standard on grills, but the kinds of grills that were used at the event that we're talking about had to be driven into the park. So that becomes an issue.
Maybe so do you need any assistance with like getting food preparation set up? Like do we need to cone off a couple parking spaces?
That would be.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably have to bring a refrigerator and just small generator. I don't know electric is available or not.
It is.
That
It really
is.
is.
Okay, well, we probably have to set up, like, just bring a trailer to just house that and get it there. We have someone that's gonna do barbecue for us. I think it's on wheels.
Okay.
Which he has. And probably might fry some chicken, which would be fried.
Okay. Because like Mary said, we had a question come up and we used to have the grills in the parks.
Right.
And then the grills don't exist anymore. So then like how do you have that food offering? So you have everything you need?
Yes.
Okay.
I think if it's clarified that it'll be set up, take a parking space, that would be an acceptable thing, as long as it's not going onto the grass.
Right.
So then, any questions? Anyone?
Put cones or whatever out.
Okay, we'll open it up to public comment. Any public comment regarding motion 2025-49? Seeing none, take action by the council.
What fees are associated with this request?
So I think it's actually on the, I may be incorrect. I haven't looked at it since Friday, and that was days ago.
Bring my bag. Bring it.
Actually, I think that they have a request for a waiver of fees. They do. Yes.
Well, I move to approve this request with the waiver of fees.
Second. So Vice President Burrell made the motion to approve motion 2025-49 with the waiving of the fees, and the second by Councilmember Orris. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? And let the record reflect that the motion passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see that.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Save some chicken.
We shall.
Dean knows I like chicken.
Listen, we've got you covered. Everybody take care.
Mr. Alberts for me. All right, let's see. Up next, see ya. Enjoy. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Up next is agenda item 2B, but Councilmember Morris.
Mr. Mayor, this, I'm going to have to respectfully recuse myself from this. The opioid restitution fund is actually funded through the Office of Overdose Response through the Maryland Department of Health. So I am going to recuse myself.
That being said, we'll have to reschedule.
So, yep, if you all give me just 1 second. We actually let Hope for Recovery know, because you had contacted me previously, which I appreciate.
Sure.
That since you're going to recuse yourself, we're going to move this agenda item to our next mayor and council meeting, because we won't have enough votes to action the motion. So, agenda item 2B will be moved to a future meeting. Agenda item 2C, motion 2025-51, monthly bulk pickup, and our Public Works Director, General Rowan Point.
Good evening, Madam Council.
Good evening, thank you.
I'm coming here today to suggest that we start a monthly bulk pickup. I've been receiving a lot of calls from our residents asking for the ability to get rid of small items, and at this point, we don't offer a monthly, we offer it twice a year, once in April and once in November. But I had a lot of calls saying, do you offer bulk pickup, and how much would it cost to get rid of these items? And with that, I noticed in the last couple of weeks, and it's actually been a lot throughout the summer, of, hey, I got items I want to get rid of, how do I move them on? And I just gave them suggestions of, you take it to the landfill and that type of stuff. But some of those people don't always have the way of removing some items. So I'm making the suggestion that we create a monthly bulk pickup. Other towns and cities have this. Mary, Salisbury has it. I know Princeton and Chrisfield have them types of, they offer the same option. So, but there is some options in there that we want to look at, as in adding a fee to the monthly pickup. A minimum fee of would be acceptable to give people the option of, and that would help cover a little bit of cost of just going out and picking these items up.
Is $25, Mary, is that similar to what?
Salisbury actually has a catalog of prices depending on what you're disposing of, but 25 covers most things. Yeah.
Okay.
And
We're
if
trying
you
to
have
keep it-
one item, it's $25, but I'm sure you had 3 other items in your house. We're gonna stay with the same criteria, 4 items. You call ahead and you register your items to be picked up. We would ask that it's called ahead at least about 2-3 days before the second Wednesday of the month, so we'd be able to come out and then we would ask, if we go that way of paying, we'd want the residents to have it paid before we pick up the item.
Tell me what cost to the town.
I don't think we would see, it's cost of taking a truck, going out and picking the items up. Luckily, if we had, say, 3 to 5, 10 items, then we still probably don't even have to run to the landfill with them. You know, we sort that stuff too. So if we have metal, we'll sort that metal out and take it to the metal dumpster and dump that. We'll sort the items and dispose of them. And most of it, unless like in the fall when we have bulk pickup, we end up filling the truck up and that's sort of, but this might actually help with that because people might want to get rid of their items now and not wait, but they still have the option to wait.
Plus, it might help save our trash trucks from people trying to hide items in their can.
Correct.
So, Did I hear you say correctly that it's mostly, the requests are mostly in the summer? The extra requests?
I've had requests all year long, but I just in the last, I want to say the last 6-8 weeks, I probably had 4 to 5 calls each week saying, hey, I got items, how much does it cost me to get rid of them? And people, I think, understand that, it costs just to get, but we're not trying to compete with other people, but we're just trying to cover a little bit of cost. Say Jack has an item, he puts it out front for the truck to run from here to Jack's house, which isn't more than a mile. We don't go more than a mile from the point of Public Works. We're going less than a mile throughout the whole town and community, so it's a quarter mile out, quarter mile back.
So, what if we just added 2 more, one every quarter? So
I would like to do once a month.
No, I know that's what you're asking, but
Okay.
I'm throwing out as a possibility once a quarter. We're doing April and November. If you did July and, I don't know, maybe February, do you think that would be as effective?
It could help. I mean, would you want to charge in them months or not charge in them months? Would
Well,
you-
if we're gonna do this, why don't we just cut the other bulk pickup? How many people typically use bulk pickup with the free?
It's a fair bit.
There's sometimes there's 40 to
All
50
right.
people
Okay.
in them
Maybe.
at each time. What we don't, the data doesn't show is, don't know if they hold it. We don't know if they're holding it from September to November.
But if we implement something like this and then we see a decline, we might be able to then revisit whether we even offer that.
Correct.
I'm kind of, well, I'd like to hear from the public.
So I'll chime in first too. I like the idea because I think it does offer flexibility. I think $25 is a nominal fee. When I lived in Ocean City for a short period of time, we were renovating the house, we used bulk pickup a couple times. So there's a real value to be able to put a street side and not hold on to it until 3 or 4 months later. I just had a question for you because it's a hypothetical, but it's not that much of a hypothetical because you see it. I know you guys see it twice a year. The metal haulers, the private metal haulers, that when we have those days, they are out. They get some hauls.
Correct.
This town. So let's say say I put a refrigerator out, not a dishwasher or something. Street side, pay the $25 fee. You guys come around or I wake up in the morning to see that somebody's already gotten it. What kind of situation? How would you handle that kind of situation?
I think what that would work as in, you would pay, but we'd ask you not to put it out to either that evening or the morning
Yeah.
of.
Right.
And if someone comes by and picks it up, you're still paid to get rid of your refrigerator in a way.
Right. They're still-
In a way, we benefited from it.
I agree with you.
I get it. Mission accomplished.
See, the other thing too with that is, we don't make money off of them. I mean, unless we take it and put it in the metal dumpster, but a lot of times in the fall bulk pick in the spring, we're loading one truck up and taking it down to the county.
Gotcha.
It's too far, the local is too far to head north to empty that metal off at 6 hours, 100 pounds. You're not really making enough to run the extra mileage in the fuel to go up and back. Because we're only looking at 15 minutes to run to Newark, dump it off, and come back. But here, I think we're running above Georgetown, if not including Milford, I think, is the closest. So it's a height for us to travel to make money off of $6 a 100 pounds. And that's just a rough estimate that goes up and down, but you're not really making a lot of money.
Trash is just a tough thing.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, no matter how accessible you make it, there are still going to be people who are going to take it out to the backcountry roads and dump it. Or there's just nothing you can do about the scrap metal collectors riding. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, like I
Unless
said.
Chief wants to have an officer guarding
Yeah.
somebody's bulk trash.
They're making it look, I look at it and say,
I think
this is cool.
that theory would be, if it's gone in the morning, it's still working out. You paid to have it removed, whether we picked it up or someone else, it benefits.
Right.
Now, with this, can we consider, I mean, I don't have any problem with option 1 of the motion, or the staff memo. But what I would also like us to look at for next season is maybe other communities have the smaller, like quarter-size bins, like trash receptacle bins, that are a different color, that are used for yard waste. Could we look at maybe like a every other week or every week we pick up? Because that can be dumped even internally. We have
Correct.
locations that we could charge a fee for the can, and then that maybe like an additional fee for picking it up. And then we collect them at the end of the season so they don't get lost, and then we redistribute them at the start of the season.
We can look into getting cans for that specific.
And they're
items.
smaller, they're not
Right.
big, they're not big cans at all.
And then a lot of that yard waste, we're trying to we have sites that we can put it in the piles and then keep rotating it over and over.
There could be a good benefit to that as well, because otherwise people are putting their yard waste in their regular trash, and it can
And we
be
get-
quite weighty.
Well, we get
which
charged for
of course
that.
ends up in a tipping fee, so.
Or you put it in.
And that's,
Anything
Or
we can
they,
do to-
right, sweep it out into the road, right.
Anything we can do to combat the tipping fees, Natalie and
Yeah.
you both know that's a leading cost in the public works budget.
well, the other thing people don't understand too is they think that goes into the truck. Well, that gets over the arms and it gets into the slides and gets into the pushing mechanisms, which pushes that. And that dirt, we all know what dirt does. It just does not create that smooth. And that's where you could actually get the tilt of the plate and stuff that compacts it. That dirt gets in there and then it becomes extra work to keep the truck clean, greased and oiled and working properly. So, and another, when that, a lot of times that weight that's in them dumpsters, when that goes up, it pulls the can out of the arms. Because when it starts to pull, it's like water, it'll pull the whole can into the truck. And then we actually have to come back and lift the can out of the truck too. So, yes, whatever we can use to not get dirt and yard waste into our trash cans, our daily pickups would be highly beneficial.
All right,
So,
let's, okay.
well, just throw in here what I think I would throw out to the group to also consider if we just do quarterly for a year. If we started now, so we would have November pickup, I don't know, February, April, and July, and then we can revisit how it went for a whole year, and then we'd have maybe some solid data to go off. That's just, I'm throwing that out here for consideration.
Are you charging or not charging?
I would, I think that if we're trying to do this for data, because you're saying you're getting some, and seeing how it's working out, I probably would not want to charge for a year and see how it goes. Because you explained you're not out anything, right? It's not a revenue generator for you.
My only thing though is that like when we look at our fiscal budget, right, we got to be careful, right, because these decisions have impact. And when it comes to our fiscal year budget, if there is a cost that a small amount of folks in the community are using, right, it's important to pass that along, not to make money, but to cover those costs of additional work, so that it's not then just passed along as another cost in the general fund budget. You agree, Natalie? I mean,
Passing it on to every
I absolutely
taxpayer.
agree. Not charging extra monthly pickup going to create is actually increase in bulk coming to town of Berlin because it's going for all.
and we need to get back to looking at the trash cans.
I have suggested.
More than one can needs to be an
Right.
additional fee reoccurring. Like, we
Right.
got to really look at that because tipping fees are going up, up,
Tipping
up.
fees are huge. We pay a huge amount. I mean, it sounds like it's nothing, but for the town of Berlin, the amount of trash is hauled, it's a lot. And I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. And we discussed today with Jimmy in the morning, I actually suggested to make it universal. If we do it on monthly, then set up a $25 monthly fee and delete the 3 times of the year pickup, because either it's going to be saved for the free pickup and it's going to be overflowing on those 2 times a year for Jimmy, or don't do it at all. It's either or, but it has to be universal. But opening as a free service, it's going to tear up his trucks, the vehicle fuel going to go up, and it's going to open the possibility for everybody calling Ocean City neighbor and say, hey, I have a free bulk pickup.
Which is part of why we
Right.
limited the number of items to begin with, because we
Right.
were
So how-
clearly getting a lot of
So if
overflow
you're-
in other communities.
But if you're assessing a fee of $25 for an option, how can you possibly budget for that to begin with? Because how do you know how many people are going to take advantage of it?
We're not budgeting for it. We're trying to recoup some of the costs that potentially increasing due to the bulk pickup. We budgeted pretty much the regular Worcester County landfill as a regular residential trash disposal.
The other thing is too, if you buy a landfill permit as a Worcester County resident, it's $100. And if you take something, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is correct, if I take one item down there and I don't have a pass, they're gonna charge me a minimum of $25, I think. So either way, the resident's still making out. I have to agree with Natalie. I think you do away with the free bulk pickups and you make them all, you schedule them, this is when we have them, $25 for up to 4 items. That's still making out pretty well.
To give you a little bit of perspective, in Salisbury, I pay $60-some a quarter for trash collection. Plus, if they have one free collection a year for bulk. If I do it off time, it's $25 or whatever that catalog fee is per item. It's not $25 for them to come to my house and take 5 things. I would have to tell them what I'm putting out, and they have a charge for each type of item.
I think $25
Plus
is still making.
$60 a quarter for regular trash collection. Yeah. That's not private, that's city trash.
But I mean, when we're looking at capital costs, what's the new trash truck cost?
$420,000.
And it lasts for what, 7 years?
Yes.
I mean, that's a huge cost.
We're not going to cover the costs. We don't
No.
ever anticipate doing that, but we should at least offset.
And you offset on the user.
Right. The
Rather
person
than-
who's using the service.
Right. Rather than
To help.
making it, because when you have the little person that's sitting here saying, and I shouldn't say little, you have a person sitting here saying, it costs a lot to live in Berlin. Well, if you don't balance out the usage with the fee, then yeah, it does cost a lot because everybody's paying for everybody else's stuff. You know what I mean?
Right, so that's what that would end up happening, would be a community bulk deliver if you did it with a non-payment.
I like now.
All you guys would be paying for
Make them.
this gentleman's trash, or bulk pickup. And where the big expense is, it's not so much going from here to this house, it's when we run it to the dump.
Right.
And then that extra tonnage, this would at least give us some money towards that extra tonnage.
And the residents making out. You pay the same minimum fee. It's less than buying a dump permit, which is what they're known as, a
Right.
dump permit. And then you don't pay the cost of fuel, and you don't have to really do anything other than put it curbside. So you're making out. I think Dean's in agreement with Natalie. Where do you all stand?
I'm definitely for the proposal that's outlined. That's new to me, just thinking of eliminating the free bulk twice a year. Would you consider just eliminating the, I don't know, I'm not really for just, I mean, because I do see the value. When the people that called you asking for particular pickups, they asked how much it cost.
Yeah.
And right now you say.
They're calling.
Right now, what would you say?
As right now, we don't offer bulk pickup.
Until the.
And
Not
I
even
give them
for
an
like
option.
the 3 months.
Right,
Correct. Until November.
right.
And then,
Hold on to it to the.
and that's actually, we have option 1 and option 2, and option 2, discount free pickup completely. So, we were thinking either we do 1 where we charge for 10 months and have the 2 free, or just charge each month throughout the year. And then people can come in and get rid of it as they like.
Right. And it's $25 for how many items?
4 items.
4 items.
It would be the
It's a pretty
same-
good deal.
Same
I
rules.
agree. Yeah, I agree, it's a good deal. I definitely see the value in that. I would take advantage of that. And I'd rather than holding on to something.
Some of the things we see too are, I got a new mattress, I gotta get rid of it. How do I get rid of a mattress? We ask them to wrap it, but a mattress isn't gonna overload us, but at least we can see a little fee. Then when we do our emptying on Friday and take the truck down, we at least made $25 towards that fee,
And it's 2 personnel. I mean, you're not going to go picking up mattresses with 1 person. So,
Right.
I mean, you got 2 people that are tied up doing this when they could be cutting grass or something else.
What about you down there?
So I would like to hear Natalie's proposal again.
Eliminate the 2 annual pickups, the free ones, and set up $25 fee for monthly, and people who will need to fill out a form, pay, and then they would set up a date to pick up once a month. If you don't need to dispose anything bulk, you don't have to. It's not assessable fee per month per resident, no. It's if you would like to dispose your items, up to 4 items, it's $25, fill out the form with the address where is it needed. And Jimmy will set up the date.
And Jimmy, what's your proposal is to keep the 2 free, but offer it a month if you need it?
No, my proposal, if I would say is eliminate the 2 free ones and have a fee every month. That would be my
For
suggestion.
those who want to do it.
Correct.
It's not a,
But I was just giving an option of some options for you guys to look at and, think of that in a way. Do you want to still offer the free one or not? I want to share where one of my hometowns did this and they had free bulk pickup. They said, come. They had people bring everything and they spent weeks and weeks of items laying along the street because people just brought them in and just started unloading trailers.
yeah, we already have a full.
But we have but yes, and it was a nightmare.
We did have some of that problem.
But- and-
Why
That's why
we
we
went
took
to
it
the
before.
four.
And that's why it brought it in and went to the 4 items.
Right.
But keeping the 2 free pickups, the fear is that if we start charging monthly, they will stockpile. And then we will see those free pickups grow tremendously.
And the
Not
other-
necessarily
Well, but hold on
because
one
it's
second.
offered the same right now.
But the other
You're
thing
stocking
is,
it now till November.
Right.
I would just give you an option that if you want to pay, I can get it out of there in
You
October,
could still wait till November.
September or October.
but the other thing is that let's say we have our 2 bulk that are free, well, free or paid, doesn't really matter, and you don't offer the opportunity for like this monthly stuff when people are calling, they're just gonna say, this was sitting here randomly in my garage, and now I gotta make some room for it. I'm gonna try and find a way to stuff it in my can, and then it's gonna jam
Or
up
take
the
it off
trash
that
truck.
road.
So by meeting the ask of people and charging a reasonable fee, I mean, you're getting a deal. You are still getting a deal. And it protects our equipment.
And I think people realize they're getting a deal. If I was offering this, if I said, hey, we'll be out to pick up a couple items. Some lady the other day just brought us, she's like, I don't know what to do, can I just bring them to you? And she brought us some paint thing in her paint and that stuff. We took and put some sand in it. But,
So if we go the route,
$100 plus gas.
if we go the route of unlimited free, option pay when you need it, basically, can we start that January 1 and have the last free pickup as scheduled this November?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I just feel a little bit,
I think that's
like
right.
a little unfair to say that, because say there are some folks that are holding on to things, see in November, and then they say, okay, well, I was holding on to this until November, but now I have to charge. And it just seems like that one doesn't sit that well with me. I like the idea of the $25 fee. Keeping the November 1 as planned, because it's not that far away.
But
We could start the $25 now,
you can start
but we'll
now.
say we have a last
Free one in
free
Yeah.
collection in November.
correct.
I like that.
That'll work.
I'm more comfortable with that.
I think that's very reasonable, personally. Yeah.
And then after January 1st, it's a month.
And it's optional, like you don't, if you need it, you pay for it, but it's not a charge.
No, it is not a monthly
No,
surcharge
no.
on the residential
Right, no,
bulk
it's
I
pickup.
just want to make sure.
No,
Per
the household
transaction.
is as needed. Whoever decides to be picked up will have to fill out the form. and
If you use the service, you pay the fee.
And you have to come in, pay the fee, or mail it in.
Yeah.
And we're gonna wait till you're paid, and then we'll come and pick it up.
We are working toward pay over the phone, but we're not there.
And well, to
You
Councilmember
build
Green's
it.
point already, when do you normally go out to start collecting for these days? Now?
So it's like the second Wednesday of,
Oh, no, I'm sorry, during the pickup day, when do your crews go out?
we start at 6:30.
Okay.
We start at 6:30, by 7 o'clock, we're usually ready to roll. We have about our 3-4 trucks. Because we have 3-4 different trucks for metal and plastic that we put in, so, and a backhoe. So we pull up, there's a fridge, we throw the fridge in, we put it in one of the dump trucks, and that's our metal truck for the day.
So I just would like to make sure to Councilmember Green's point about someone else taking it. I mean, I know that it's a way, either way, but
Right.
if you're paying the town $25 to do it, I prefer the town to pick it up.
And we'll be out first thing, when that scheduled day is, we'll be out to pick it up.
Okay.
I think we've got some consensus. Let's hear from the public quickly. Anyone that would like to address the mayor and council regarding motion 2025-51? Seeing none, anyone want to do the vote?
Make a motion to, I guess, amend the proposal, right, that we have in front of us, to begin, so it's option one, to begin the $25 fee, announcing that November would be the last free bulk pickup that we have, and went away with the April one. So I motion to approve 2025-51 with those stipulations.
Second.
So I have a motion by Councilmember Green, a second by Councilmember Orris. Just to summarize, option one, November of 2025 will be the last free bulk pickup. As of January 1st, 2026, everything will move with the availability for monthly as published by the town at a $25 fee for those using the service for up to 4 items. All right, all in favor? Oh.
I thought the monthly will start.
Immediately.
Immediately, yes, option one.
September.
Option one.
You would
Could
say
start as
January
soon as
1st.
September.
Yeah, because
Oh,
we're already past the
okay.
second Wednesday.
January 1st, everything will be paid.
Yes.
There you are. Do I need to repeat it?
Yes.
No, I think it's
Yes,
got
clear.
it. We'll make sure that
Natalie.
it's, yeah.
All
September,
in favor, say aye.
October will be paid, November will be free, December will be paid, January will be
Everything.
no free beyond that point.
Sounds good. As Jimmy stated.
No, that wasn't. We're going to have November the free.
Correct.
The paying starts January 1.
No, so paying's gonna probably start in September, right?
We started additional bulk pickup on a monthly basis for a surcharge of $25 if services utilize it.
Yep.
Free pickup on November is the last free pickup.
I guess what I'm missing, are we starting it in September
Yes.
this
Yes.
month?
Yes.
Option one.
Okay.
As you've outlined, option one, the only thing is that the last free is November 2025.
And I
As
will-
of January 1, 2026, everything moving forward is all paid.
More free pickups.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Yes,
You could,
I'm good, yeah.
So the motion was made by Green, seconded by Morris. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Let the record reflect that the amended motion 2025-51 passes unanimously. Thank you. Thank you all. Up next is agenda item 2D, motion 2025-52, countywide police mutual aid agreement. Our chief of police is going to run point.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Over the last 3 months, the local municipalities and the county have been discussing a mutual aid agreement with the state's attorney actually taking the lead. Currently, we actually only have a mutual aid agreement with the county. We assist all of the municipalities with parades and other events, and to assist, we have to go through the county today to have those things happen. Ever since 2015 with Freddie Gray, the counties have actually been moving into county-wide mutual aid agreements. We'll probably be one of the last ones to go ahead and move forward like this. It's going to go ahead and make our job a lot easier, and the liability itself, it covers that. It allows for the municipality to ask for the help, and the helping municipality to go ahead and move forward. Or the county agency, which is the fire marshal's office is included, the jail is included, and the sheriff's office.
Very nice. Thank you, chief.
somebody, I did have a question from a resident, and I'm just wondering, are you able to just briefly give an example of what the mutual aid could be? Well, like, could you go into?
Christmas parade.
Okay.
So we either go to Pocomoke, we go to Snow Hill, they come to us, Ocean City comes to us. If we have a situation where we have an issue at the hospital itself, and a lot of it comes from Ocean City police officers are allowed to come with our request to assist at that location. So it's a force multiplier, allows us to go ahead and give authorization for other jurisdictions to come to our jurisdiction only. So the only power we have as Berlin, we have the power to say, Pocomoke, will you please come? We invite the vampire, and he's allowed to come. And with that, they have the full force of which we have in Berlin to enforce laws and assist us in that function. There's a whole lot of other ways to do it, but to put it in writing makes everyone feel comfortable, especially lawyers. And it's the proper way to move forward, to go ahead and have an agreement amongst everyone before you get into something.
And we do this now, it's just gonna formalize the process.
What we do now is we have the agreement with the county. So if we want to go to Pocomo, we say, county, can we go to Pocomo? And they said, okay, Pocomo, do you want us to come? And they give us power that way. It eliminates that.
Now, will this need to be, we have some mutual aid agreements that need to be actioned on regular intervals. Will this become a standing operating order, or will it have to be actioned annually?
It does not have to be action annual.
All right, very nice. Any other questions for the chief? Okay, any questions or comments from the public regarding motion 2025-52? Okay, so I have a motion by Councilmember Orris. Second by Vice President Burrell. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Let the record reflect the mutual aid agreement. Motion 2025-52 passes unanimously. Thank you, Chief.
Chief, I do have a quick question, logistics. Are they going to be circulating one document for signatures?
Yes.
If
Okay, so I'm
so,
not going to have this signed tonight.
we'll need one clean copy that
It's the
goes on there.
approval.
Okay,
So this is, we have approved it, and then they will be sending the actual document.
okay, so I will not.
Whoever's running point on revisions, my parents had to make it difficult, but it's ERY, not ARY. If we can get the clean copy to just have the correct spelling. Everything, first part's right. Yeah, there you go.
The important part's right.
Hey, first part's right. But Zeke said, well, you can't go wrong. Zeke. All right, next agenda item 3, PJM quarterly report. Our electric utility director, Tim Lawrence, is going to run.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. First of all, it's been a while since I've been here. It's nice to see your smiling faces.
Nice to see you as well.
It's beautiful.
I'm here to present the quarterly PJM report for the months from April through June 2025. We're required to do that in a public setting. Just for the audience and social media, PJM stands for Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland Interconnection. It's the largest transmission operator, electric transmission operator in the United States. They manage the transmission flow of electricity over 13 states, and they also deal in wholesale power cost. So I'm here to give the report from April through June 2025. Energy sold, this is for the town of Berlin. Energy sold KWH, total was 9,906,542. AMP, which is American Municipal Power, which we are a member of that group. The bill for managing that is $423,655. PJM charges for handling the flow of electricity to the town of Berlin to the transmission grid is $276,318. PJM ARR credit for these 3 months is $74,306. The fuel loop and other costs, basically for maintaining the power lines and that type of thing in the power plant. The cost for that over the 3 months was $235,013. Total power cost for those 3 months is $860,680. The cost per KWH sold is 0.08688. One other thing I wanted to mention is the annual ARR allocation from February through April of 2025. AMP participated on behalf of the town transmission credits to offset the portion of the network integration transmission system, which is NITS charges, was 5.7 megawatts awarded in the allocation. Anticipated credit for the town of Berlin from June 1st through 2025 to May 31st of 2026 is approximately $310,753, which is a credit to the town of Berlin.
Now, Tim, with the stuff that we're seeing in the news as far as PJM and the cost of power for like DP&L and some of the other folks, is there anything out of this report that stands out that we should be paying attention to? Because I noticed the capacity charges are going up pretty heavily. I know that the PJM charges that we see for June are much greater than April and May. When we look at this, is there anything that we should have on the horizon for us as something to make sure we're keeping an eye on for charges for our residents?
Yes, the transmission capacity charges, they're basically increasing over the entire United States. I talked about this at a council meeting a while back, I think like 2 months ago, maybe, something like that. It was anticipated. There was a lot of back and forth with the different large power providers and what has caused this. PJM was blamed for it in some instances, but it was also, basically it was due to the closing down of fossil fuel plants faster than having a renewable energy source to replace them. Like solar, wind, that type of thing. There's so many, delays in permitting, that type of thing, and pushback against it. They started shutting down these fossil fuel plants, and they didn't have anything to replace them. And that basically has caused the transmission capacity charges to increase. You're basically paying for premium power because they don't have the resources to go into it. On how to fix that, I'm not sure on the town of Berlin side how we can fix it. You know that we are now a member of the Maryland Municipal Utility Alliance, which that hopefully will help with Public Service Commission, that type of thing. I did want to mention something. I don't know if you were aware, I was voted as vice president today.
No, because I was late to the meeting, and so I didn't have all that information.
Yeah. We'll find out.
I think it is a good thing.
It's good to have voice.
Yep.
Yeah,
Who's president? I missed that as well.
That was Eric, I believe. Am I correct? What was
I
it?
can't recollect the names, but
Yeah.
each municipality have a representative. 3 of us were in the meeting, but we cannot, 3 of us vote, obviously, it's one.
Yeah.
Since Tim was nominated, we will have a better chance and possibility to voice our opinions, and hopefully we will accomplish something. Today was brought up in the discussion, a possibility to discontinue being regulated, just like Choppick did. That's hopeful.
We've been trying to push that,
Hopeful
but
thinking, but the person whom we thankful for the past lobbying on behalf of municipalities, he's also part of this
Right,
committee,
part of your-
and that's a big thing.
And I mean, so far it's working out well.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So from the didacting this report, outside of paying attention, there's really not much we can do.
Not right at this moment. Like I said, it's over the entire power system for the United States. It's not just us. So it's, as well as I do, everything is increasing around us. And we'll see where we end up at.
Anything else for Tim?
What was the credit, if you know off the top of your head, Tim, for June 24 to May 25?
June of 24 to May of 25.
Or, well, I guess, what would be the annual AAR credit for the prior year?
Well, from July through September of 2024, I can tell you that much. It was $70,658. And then if you go to July through September of 23, it was $59,358 credit. So it actually, the credit is increasing as time is going on.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that's good.
Anything else for Tim? All right, thank you, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's move on to agenda item 4, and that's departmentals and the town administrator's report. We'll start with Mary.
I do not have a whole lot on Monday. Those town offices are closed in observance of Labor Day. And then Natalie did have something she wanted to touch on regarding the energy assistance program.
Maryland, as you probably all noticed, have passed a bill with a Maryland energy relief refund been issued to electric residential utility accounts only. It was a ton of work and paperwork involved to be in compliance in response to that bill. We have done a ton of homework, and today one of the things were discussed during this meeting is that a lot of legwork for not enough of a benefit, for lack of a word, but to have a special announcement and to have it as a extra time, bring it up to the attention to the public. Each residential customer, electric residential customer only, will receive a $54 credit on the next billing cycle. So the funds were distributed, and Town of Berlin had received $104,000 from the State of Maryland Energy Relief Fund. And that is divided equally into approximately 2,000 residential accounts that we have for the Town of Berlin, which equalize to 54 little pennies. The second wave of this refund promised to be received during February-March timeframe. We don't have an amount and we don't have a set date, so it's twice a year for, I believe it's only one time. It's not a repetitive. But that will have a message on the bill stating that it's a Maryland Energy Relief refund, and only residential customers will receive $54 one time.
And it's important to note that there are no administration costs being charged back against that. This is all refund to the customers.
But a lot of work has been done by the
Yes.
finance department.
Quite a lot of
To
work.
comply, we had to compile basically a ton of paperwork, submit it to the Public Service Commission for approval, and that's the part where I'm emphasizing we were treated as we are a corporation. We're not treated as a municipality and public servants. Public Service Commission need to realize that we are the citizens. We are working for the citizens. We live here as well. They actually asking us for the information as we are corporate big offices. Kilowatt usages, average usages. We're a small town, so, but we're in compliance. Everything will be divided, and today my staff in the office were working diligently all day to put that on each individual account as a credit.
And residents will see that with the next billing cycle.
On the next bill.
Thank you, Natalie and your crew for doing all the legwork on that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you're going to market, highlight it as best you can so people realize it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other departments? Okay. Any questions for the departmentals that are in the back? Okay, let's move on to comments from the public. Anyone that would like to address the mayor and council? Arusa, are we getting close to the end of your time, or, and will you be here with us for another meeting or no?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'm ready to let her go.
You'll remind me, Sarah, thank you. But we always appreciate you being here with us. But I want to make sure that we don't miss the opportunity to thank you publicly. All right, so let's move on to comments from the council. We'll start with Vice President Burrell. And since it's a limited group, you only get to go one.
All I have is, I'm still concerned with the situation in town. And I wonder, has any consideration been given to my request to categorize the ditches in town?
Yes, and I think that with that, staff are still looking into the specialized equipment that may be needed to be able to understand what it would take to take something like that on. But I think preliminarily, our analysis is showing we don't have the equipment. It would either require equipment purchases or lease of equipment, but we don't know truly what that cost would be yet. So
Lease of the equipment is probably not feasible because we also don't have staff certified to operate that kind of equipment.
But what I was saying, now, isn't it strange that the town doesn't have the capacity to clean and maintain these ditches, but we say that is the responsibility of
It's not dissimilar from any other aspect of property maintenance. A property owner may not have the equipment to replace windows or the skills, so they have to hire someone. It's part of property maintenance. And that's an unfortunate answer. It's not the answer that you want to do. I understand that. I do understand that. But we can't cut a ditch like the one that you're referencing with a push mower or a tractor. We don't have the equipment. We would have, at this point, we would have to hire someone.
I would just like to state that our major ditches are in dire need. And if we get a major, one of those 100-year storms, we will, the public will suffer the consequences of these water rates not being maintained, and that concerns me.
But it's important to note too that the concern that you brought forward before is not lost. We're still looking into what it would take. It's just something that then the council has to decide how to proceed. You know what I mean? You agree?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, once, I think you asked what it would take. And it's our job to produce what that would take. And then from there, it's really this group's job to determine whether that's something we take on or whether that's passed on to the utility or the customer, how that works for them. But, anything else?
Sure. That's all I have was one thing.
Jack, go ahead.
So yeah, I do have a question for Natalie, and apologies again. This is in our FY20, whatever your 26 budget. We have Rails to Trails carry forward match cap reserve in the amount of $100,000 budgeted. Is that still as scheduled as budgeted? Is that still carrying forward, and we're still holding on to that? Or is
If
it
you
expensed?
remember, we have received the Worcester County grant towards rails and trails. And part of the grant stipulation, not stipulation, but we have made a decision to have a match from the town. So once we have that placed on the budget and we have not expensed that, that is a carry forward item. Whether this project will proceed and be completed, I don't have an answer to that.
Right,
But
right.
we do have to show that on the budget as a potential valid open project because we have a grant received from Worcester County
So-
and committed to that particular project.
Okay, so just so we're clear, so the Worcester County grant of $113,000, we're holding $100,000 as the match.
I don't have a number in front of me, but if you're looking at the budget, I didn't bring the budget.
That's fine, yeah, that's what I'm
Budget
saying.
page with me, if that's what there, that's in the details of the budget, yes.
Okay. Thank you, that's all I had. And Dean and I are gonna have a stormwater meeting.
Do you have a new passion for rails to trails?
I don't think it would be passion is a good word to describe Rails to Trails. I like it, I like the idea. I think,
But just
It
to
could be
bring it
great.
up, it is general fund. Stormwater is the stormwater fund.
oh yes, that was two separate
Okay, the way you
thoughts.
sounded, you said you had an idea for stormwater talking about rails. I was trying to follow
Oh,
the question
no.
relevant to.
So I kind of lost your
Yeah.
trajectory there.
Okay, so, all right, Rails to Trails conversation closed. Stormwater with meeting with Dean was a joke, but yeah, you know. And I do have an interest in Rails to Trails, to answer your question, and I have some ideas and thoughts about it that I don't need to shut it down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Oh, no.
Councilmember Green?
Yeah, just real quick, so as I'm following on the farmer's market, I keep hearing some similar concerns, and I'll really just look for an update, I guess, because I know we talked a lot about downtown Wi-Fi and cellular reception. And it's been on your radar, believe me.
It's junk, and I encourage anybody that has Verizon to switch carriers.
Get it?
And, I mean, you agree?
We call Verizon
All the
regularly
time.
and complain all the time. We have a monthly standing call for which the mayor complains directly to Verizon about how
Every
horrible
time.
it is.
So
They love to meet with me.
I thought they were going to put a booster in now. Is
They
that wrong on that?
There were a lot of projects that were discussed. First, there was no problem, and then there was a problem. And then there was a solution that was proposed that was rather long-term. And then we said, well, what are we going to do in the short term? And then they said, well, nothing. And then they came back, and then they had these different projects that were supposed to make it better. Everybody I talked to, it's not getting any better.
Right.
My advice, what I will say is I'm not going to offer financial advice from the dais, because not your financial plan. However, what I can say is that the town of Berlin has AT&T devices, and we can have an event downtown, and AT&T devices work well. I can be beside my wife who has Verizon, and it's an SOS.
Yeah.
So my didaction from that is, if you want a carrier that works, Verizon might not be your friend.
Right, okay. So, yeah, that's what's
Can you hear me now? No.
right, I got you. I do feel-
But I do have like 10 free devices for you,
Right,
you know,
I
you
got
just
you.
can't use them.
I do feel for the vendors that are losing sales because they can't process.
My advice, we have shifted everything to AT&T, it works quite well. The police department shifted their MTTs to AT&T, like we're on AT&T.
Okay.
And I will throw in there, though, it might be a volume issue. If there's so many people on Verizon, that's why it's shutting down. So if you start getting more people, you may find similar problems. I don't know. This is
Right now, that's not the case.
Yeah, right now, it's
Do you want to
not.
mention the booster?
Well, the reason why I can stand for him, the president of the bank reached out to me about this, and I guess they are looking to get a booster on their
Oh, you talking
somewhere.
about
You know, it's not my value, but, because I think it's an interesting issue that we have, but it sounds like from the town's perspective, really, they're
Well, not necessarily here. Like, if you're looking to do a booster, you should engage the town, because something of that magnitude was discussed as a potential interrupter
okay.
to signal. So if you're looking, if a business is looking to do like Wi-Fi coverage that's bigger and using different infrastructure than a regular consumer, they should engage in a conversation with the town, electric department, and the town as a whole, because it can impact and make service worse if
Okay.
it's not done
So-
correctly.
The advice would be to communicate with him.
Tim.
Just to mention booster, a while back, we actually installed a booster for the internet downtown on Pitt Street, and that was to help out the farmer market vendors, so for sales, that type of thing. So we actually installed a booster a couple of months back for that purpose.
It must just be overwhelmed, right? I mean, I'm
Yeah, I
guessing-
think
It
that's
does, it
probably-
gets overwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just feel for it, that's all, I just, you can see there.
Actually,
They'll lose sales. that's
I see
all.
the same thing in Ocean City during big events. If you're down there for the large events, you'll
Yeah.
see the same thing happen.
And they bring in those, I forget if there's an acronym.
Cows.
for it. Yeah. And they have them on.
We've asked for
eyeballs.
them, we didn't qualify.
Yeah.
But then we had a situation where we did lose service from the town for FirstNet. It was with the fires that occurred in Baltimore and manholes. It cut out AT&T service. We made a call. They were going to bring a tractor trailer cow to be in front of the police station, and they had it en route.
Hmm.
So
Okay. So I'll share that advice, to make sure that communicate with Tim's office, just to make sure that
whatever they do,
Still won't make it worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make things worse.
that sounds good. I actually forgot a couple weeks ago, I wanted to share a quick story. I represented the town of Berlin down at the Worcester County Fair for the ribbon cutting, and as I was walking around, I just wanted to, because I had my shirt on, I was approached by just a ton of people that just really wanted to say how much they love Berlin and how much they've enjoyed watching the success over the years and the changes that have been made. So I wanted to share with people that are responsible for it in society. So thank you
Really
all.
a team.
Yep. Forgot to mention that a couple weeks ago.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right. We'll move on to comments from the mayor's office. Sarah, you want to start?
I don't have anything. I'll wait until next month when we talk about recovery work.
Very nice. Arusa, anything? Okay. I don't have anything either, other than we did have a good event with,
You already had your one time.
I know, but I wanted to, with Hondo and Dr. Harris.
Bowman?
Yep, but what, I forget the
Jason.
name. No,
Jason? Oh, I don't know.
Driven, not given.
Driven over given.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sean Harris.
Yep. Very, very good
Jason
event.
Mullen.
Great turnout. Basketball was a fun event, so that went very, very well at Henry Park. So other than that, I don't have anything else. So let's see. And farmers market runs through October, so we're still not slowing down there. All right. Comments from the press. You stayed with us.
Welcome back from France.
Huh? What part?
Nice.
Oh, very nice. Did you bring pastries?
No, I didn't.
She ate them all.
Next time. So they could have been
She
fresh.
just got here last night.
So they could have been fresh.
Still here.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. Next time you go, you have to bring pastries.
I will.
All right. Thanks. My pick is a croissant with either almond or chocolate. I prefer almond. What's that?
I had plenty of those.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
I need a second. All in favor, say aye. Thank you.
So don't be jumping on the motions.
You gotta actually work tonight.